Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, it is my absolute pleasure to say that I'm bringing Tytoń back onto the channel as a special guest once more. He's one of my favorite 3.0 Cycle players of all time, and one of my favorite special guests to get on the channel as well. As you guys can see from the screenshot, he was able to finish number 50 exactly in the entire world in the Double Evolution tournament with exclusively 3.0 Xbow Cycle. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I love bringing Tytoń on the channel, and in the last Double Evolution tournament, he was able to finish top 25, so it's really no surprise that he made another amazing run to get top 50 this time, with 3.0 Cycle again, just showing that no matter what people think, if you are good enough, you can make this deck work. I was able to reach 30 wins and finish top 200 myself. I was so proud of that, but Tytoń just had to blow it out of the water with a top 50 finish. I believe he was the highest Xbow Cycle player of this tournament, so I'm always happy to get him on the channel. I'll be showcasing his games and analyzing them myself. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the matches, and let's get right into things. Alright guys, so I have found a match where Tytoń is up against X-Ali. Tytoń is currently going for, I believe this is like top 20 in the tournament right now. He's playing in the top 50 with 3.0 Cycle again. Ali looks like he's playing Hog EQ. Tytoń does go for the Xbow. I love that play because Ali did go for a Tesla. And this is actually going to be a mini Xbow lock if Ali does not Earthquake. Because, yeah, that's going to lock. He has to Earthquake. He Earthquakes late. I guess he wasn't ready for it, or I don't know. But the reason that he had to do that is because he went for an Ice Spirit, I believe, behind the Hog, leaving him at 1 elixir exactly. Tytoń, of course, knew how low he was and just kind of punished that, forcing out a really awkward Firecracker out of Ali. So just a pretty standard Hog EQ deck out of Ali. Great elixir counting by Tytoń. And Evo Skeles, oh my god, look at this punish, guys. First 1 minute of the game, and it's already over. I mean, those Evo Skeles, yeah, they're forcing out the Ice Spirit, so Ali can't even afford to EQ. He has to EQ now, which is so late, because if he let those Evo Skeles go, that would have taken the entire right side tower. He is so mad, as you guys can see. He's already giving the CRL thumb pointing emote because he just can't believe what's happening. Tytoń being an absolute magician with this deck. I don't know why, guys, but Tytoń just makes this work. If you watch my last video showcasing his gameplay in the Double Evolution tournament, he won quite a few games with Evo Skeles in single. Looks like that is no difference here. He is doing it once more with that amazing Evo Skeles punish. Delivery comes down, pretty good value. Mighty as well, so he does have a Mighty Miner. I was going to say maybe Ali doesn't have a mini tank for the Xbow, but he does. He has this Mighty, so I'm not sure why he's kind of struggling. Beautiful log by Tytoń to retarget and just make sure everything dies. Even though he doesn't get too big of a lock, he gets a baby Xbow lock. At least he's getting rid of any kind of possible counter push right now. And pre-Tesla comes down by Ali. Pretty decent play, I guess, but with an Ice Spirit that is actually fully defended by Tytoń. I missed how Tytoń activated King Tower, by the way. I think it had to be a Firecracker, right? But I'm not sure exactly how, because I remember the first Firecracker kind of died when Tytoń went for the Xbow. Anyways, though, just log cycle. Fireball's the Mighty Miner. I kind of like that play. As you guys can see, Fireball cycle is very potent in this matchup, and it's something that a lot of people don't really recognize you have to do with Xbow Cycle, because some people try and just go Xbow, Xbow, Xbow. That's a mistake I've seen lots of beginners, especially with this deck, make, but something you have to recognize is that eventually there comes a certain point where you're just going to be Fireball cycling. That's all it really is. Beautiful defense by Tytoń. You don't need to always go Tesla on the Hog. You can afford to just go for Archer's Log, for example, sometimes. And great Fireball again. You know, it's not like you always have to let the Firecrackers go. If you get a decent Fireball, then don't be afraid to take it, as Tytoń did just now. Oh, log clips that Firecracker. Ali would hate to see that. Tytoń kind of overcommitting on this, but he just doesn't want to really give any leeway for that Firecracker to get value. I kind of like that. And one thing you'll notice, guys, a big weakness of Ali's deck right now, it is a very solid deck. I think Hog EQ is one of the best decks for this Double Evolution tournament right now, but he lacks a log. He's playing Delivery instead to have matchup over many kinds of beatdown decks, and of course that puts him at a disadvantage against cycle decks, for example Tytoń, because there was that low HP Xbow that Ali couldn't really kill. Also, beautiful Fireball log. As you guys can see, if Ali didn't get those cycle cards down, that would have been a big Xbow lock. Nonetheless, it is still a mini Xbow lock. He gets like 1 tick. Ooh, unfortunate miss Tesla, but should only be 1 hog hit because archers do come down. Not too big of a deal. He has so much of a damage lead that that kind of mistake isn't really going to be game-changing. Xbow once more. I really think it's over for Ali, to be honest. He has to like stall for his life right now because he did cycle a Mighty in the left. Great log. Ali is actually fighting for his life, and he's actually like surviving somehow. I have to give him props. Like, that was a pretty tough defense to make, because Tytoń was really committing a lot to kill everything, but he was able to survive without the Mighty Miner. That being said, though, so much elixir was forced out, he had to waste 2 hogs on the Xbow, leaving absolutely no room for offense. And again, like I was saying, he has no log, which means he can't really kill the low HP Xbows. And also, you guys will see the biggest game changer of this match, which was right in single, which is that he can't actually kill Evo Skeles without like going Delivery, Ice Spirit, or Firecracker. But that low elixir Evo Skeles punish just ruined him because of no log. And I guess Tytoń must have recognized that. Fireball comes down. Ali is so mad, but that's going to be an amazing win. Let's see where Tytoń is in the world. That was an incredible win. I'm so glad I caught that live as well. That is going to be, let's take a look. Tytoń all the way up there. He's going to be 6th in the entire world, guys. 29-2. So amazing start to this match. Can't believe this performance. Alright guys, and as you can see, Tytoń has unfortunately lost out at 33-5. So he was able to reach 33 wins. I'll be getting into the replays of all his games, as I have to do it. You know, I love seeing amazing global tournament performances. Tytoń's performance reminds me of someone, 7-4 back in the day, one of my old great friends, one of the best Xbow Cycle players of all time as well. He would always finish top 50 in GTs with 3.0, and Tytoń's like one of the only people in this day and age who can recreate that, I'd say. So getting into our first match against Goblin Giant Sparky Monk. This definitely seems like a bad matchup. I mean, he literally has a monk in there. Like, what more can you ask for against Xbow? And arrows for the archers. Also, this guy's name is in Korean. If you guys did not know, I'm actually learning Korean, so let me try and read that name real quick. The first character is Gim. The second one is... that's an N, so Gyeon. Gim Gyeon, and then the last one is Tae, so Gim Gyeon Tae. I think that's this guy's name. Correct me if I'm wrong if you guys are Korean. Actually, no, I have quite a few Korean players in the chat. Look at that play, or in the comments and in my community. Look at that play, by the way, guys, as I was attracted reading this guy's Chinese name, Gim Gyeon Tae. But that was a great play, cutting that monk out of range of the Xbow, getting Tytoń a huge lock, actually. So... that was right before he went monk ability as well, so that was actually a really nice play. Does go for the Xbow, but unfortunately for Tytoń, Goblin Giant is just barely able to come down. And Tytoń goes Ice Spirit Archers. I wonder why he went Ice Spirit on the Goblin Giant and not on the minions. I feel like he would have saved a lot of damage going on the minions instead to cycle back to the archers, but I digress anyway. He's still up like 500. But I really do believe that single elixir play was huge, guys, because... I think without that, I don't know if Tytoń would have won this matchup. I mean, this guy has Evo Knight, Evo Archers. It's a very standard, like, core of decks these days, Evo Knight, Evo Archers, because you pretty much just have, like, secure defensive cores and even offensive pressure. Like, Evo Knight is so good on defense and even on offense against Xbow, for example, because it tanks forever. And then, of course, Evo Archers are amazing on... defense and also offense, because like right now you split them in the back. They just kind of act as 2 snipers going down each lane that you are kind of worried about. Tytoń does take the fireball. I think he's comfortable doing that because it's about to be double elixir. If it wasn't about to be double, I think he would not have really been comfortable with that, but because he is, it's totally fine. Good Ice Spirit. Stacks archers first and foremost. This is a play you guys will see. Very common. Basically, if the opponent has arrows in the deck, stacking archers first play is very nice because they arrows off the first pair of archers, then you get back to a new pair, and everything is all fine and well. Tytoń is definitely going to have to lean on Evo Skeles. How's he going to survive this, actually? Evo Knight Sparky push does go Evo Skeles, and they're still going. Yeah, as you guys can see, absolutely crucial for that defense. He's still down a lot, though. Hold up. He is going to Knight. He has to Fireball for sure right now, right? Yeah, Fireballs on everything. Amazing Fireball. Has to go Skeles Log as well, I think. Yeah, Skeles and Log. Actually, perfect defense, dude. He took like 1 archer hit from that entire push. That's kind of wild. So Tytoń just showcasing how he's supposed to defend with this deck. Even when they have a monk in the deck of all things. Like, I don't know why this guy decided to bring a monk in here. But of course, it's doing him wonders against Xbow, unless it gets cut out of range like Tytoń did early. Great play, Evo Archers trying to snipe that Goblin Giant. Unfortunately, they do kind of get taken out early, because Knight does block, and then the Rage helps kill them. But great Archer super low, as you can see. The opponent went for what looks to be pre-arrows, and that did not work out at all, because Tytoń went Archers pretty much as low as possible. Great placement out of him. And Xbow comes down. I like this play because I think Tytoń recognizes he's kind of up elixir right now, and just wants to pressure a bit. Unfortunately, the monk is going to shut all of this down by making the Xbow attack itself. One of the most annoying mechanics for us Xbow players. But Tytoń is fine just letting this go. as you guys can see, once an Xbow is dead, you have to recognize that it's dead. Like, I think a more novice, beginner Xbow player there might have overcommitted even more to that Xbow protecting it, but Tytoń recognized, okay, there's going to be a monk deflecting it. It's a dead Xbow. I'm just going to let it die. That's exactly what he did. Beautiful defense as well. 0 damage taken. Just has to log the Sparky back. And are we going to see an Xbow or a Tesla? Let's find out. We see a Tesla. Okay, I think that's pretty important to note, guys, because defensive Xbows are pretty crucial in this matchup. I think one reason for this difference, though, is because the opponent has a monk. So, you know, a defensive Xbow would be forced to attack itself. Tytoń just stacking Teslas. I think that's a really nice play. And beautiful fireball. Fireball log on everything. Great value. And stacked Teslas getting a lot of value, too, because the opponent can't really kill them. I mean, arrows get a ton of value, don't get me wrong. But the monk, for example, does not really work against a Tesla. Tesla does not get deflected by a monk. And also, it's just pretty good against no big spell, honestly. Like Fireball, Earthquake, Lightning would all do well. But just arrows, they're like a mini, medium-ish spell. Not really a big spell. So, pretty big counter push coming down in the right, though Evo Knight's still living. But Tytoń defends just fine. I think he's going to get away with this one, guys. Honestly, even if he didn't get that early lead, I think he might have been fine in this match to win just barely by, like, spell cycling, because he actually took pretty much no damage. He defended perfectly the whole game. Somehow, some way, he could fireball a tower right now, and I think he would have won even without that early lead, which is absolutely wild, guys. But amazing game by Tytoń against Goblin, Giant, and Monk, showing exactly how you're supposed to do it against even the harder counters, like decks that have a Monk in there, for example. So, really nice to see. Amazing match by Tytoń for the first replay of the video. Alright guys, next up we have this match against Trainer Adnan. Adnan is an amazing player, and he was like top 10 himself in this tourney, I think, so I believe this match was in the top 10 or 20 or whatever between Tytoń and Adnan. He's playing minor wall breakers with poison, you know, minor poison. Adnan gives a laugh for some reason. Split archers do match the wall breakers. Adnan is playing Knight, Bats, and Mother Witch. So, honestly, any minor poison variant usually has a hard counter against Xbow. I think the one saving grace of this matchup is that Adnan is not playing Little Prince, and instead he has a Mother Witch, which, you know, is kind of annoying, of course, and it kind of invalidates Skeletons sometimes, but it's not really as bad as a Little Prince, which will be an Xbow counter and also provide the 3-card cycle for the opponent. I think that's pretty big right now. Goblins do come down to protect the Knight, but I mean, Tesla's putting in work, and Xbow comes down. Adnan's actually in a bit of trouble. He has to go minor wall breakers, but beautiful defense. Look at this amazing micro by Tytoń, guys. That was perfect. His Xbow took like no hits. What? Okay, I have never seen that. Like, the Tesla was also kind of stopping Tytoń from playing too much there, but he somehow still gets out on top. That was an amazing play. Adnan gives the oops. That was wild, dude. Like, that was crazy micro. Skeletons for the wall breakers, Ice Spirit to catch the miner, log on everything to kill the wall breakers with the assistance of the Xbow. And literally Tytoń took like no Xbow damage from a miner and wall breakers on the Xbow. That's absolutely crazy. And just like that, I think Tytoń already won the game. I mean, he knew that the opponent didn't have a Knight in cycle. I think that's why he went for that. And also because the opponent kind of overcommitted on his Tesla with his own Tesla. So yeah, Adnan gives a good game right now. Evo Skeles will put in work against his miner, but I think Adnan's about to reveal his Mother Witch right now, which Tytoń was not aware that he had. So yeah, Mother Witch comes down. Tytoń is not going to fireball it. Actually, is he? He is. Okay, he is. Yeah, it makes sense actually, because I mean, that's kind of problematic. Like, look at all those pigs. You don't know what would be happening otherwise, and this is going to force out a response. Goblins get forced out, maybe even more. Yeah, Bats also should get forced out, right? Yep, they do. So beautiful play again. All that really happened there, guys, was Tytoń went for an Ice Spirit to protect the Evo Skeles, and just like that, he forced out literally 4 elixir. So a +3 trade for Tytoń, because you know this deck is all about positive elixir trades, and Tytoń just made a massive one. Recognizing that Adnan did not have a log in cycle to defend against the Evo Skeletons right there. So great play. Xbow comes down. Goblins. Wait, actually, does Adnan even have a log in this deck? He might not. Yeah, he doesn't have a log, guys. Hold up, I just realized that. Ooh, amazing defense by Tytoń. Again, taking literally like no damage. He caught the miner with the Knight, I think, and then logged the wall breakers. And this should be good game. Poison comes down, but too little too late. Goblins as well, but still, Tytoń can go for another Xbow in like a second here. And again, guys, it's not like game-changing. I think Tytoń definitely still won this game off of his own merits, but nonetheless, still just recognizing that Adnan does not have a log. Oh, look at this play. Amazing play. Fireball log on the miner. Well played comes down by Adnan. That is so great, guys. That is like a really crazy play that you don't always make. Like, who would fireball log a miner, right? But that's the kind of play that the opponent never expects. You catch them off guard, and you get a massive lock, and that's just going to be a good game because of that play. So take note of that. It's like a trick you save for the deep end game of a match. You save it deep in your pockets. but it does win you the game if you pull it off. So amazing gameplay by Tytoń. Good game from both ends against another top player himself. Alright guys, into our next match against just this guy. I don't know, I said just guy. I was going to say Jose, his name, and I ended up saying just guy. But he's playing Recruits LumberLoon. Low-key a toxic deck. I think I included this deck in my top 5 decks of the global tournament. But this is actually going to be a decent matchup, I dare say, for Tytoń. I think this is a very manageable matchup because Evo Archers are super clutch, and Evo Skeles are actually really clutch. Like, honestly, guys, before Tytoń put me onto them, I did not think Evo Skeles were that crazy in Xbow, but he really just proved me wrong because they're going to be so clutch. I think in this game, they should help a lot. Like, Evo Skeles can, like, single-handedly defend Recruits, to be honest, so that's just huge. I think Knight is, like, even it's better against Recruits than normal Knight, but it doesn't, like, fully defend by itself, you know? So Knight comes down on the LP. Beautiful defense by Tytoń, pretty much no damage taken at all. And this is going to force out a response by Jose here. Probably just the Archers. You have to cycle back to his Evo. Tytoń could honestly Expo right now, but I think he's just going to defend the Archers by logging them. I think that's fine. But yeah, the reason I say this is an okay matchup for Tytoń is because if he defends perfectly, I think he shouldn't take too much... Okay, LumberLoon push should not really ever get that much damage. I think the only problematic part of this deck is the Evo Recruits. I think that's tough, so that might cause some issues for sure. But LumberLoon itself is not too bad for Expo to defend. And Evo Archers are actually like really hard for the opponent to defend as well. As you can see, Tytoń will split them right now, and he's forced to snowball arrows to kill them. Otherwise, he just cannot kill them on Tyton's side of the map. So yeah, that's going to full defend the entire Recruits push. Might see an Ice Spear to protect this other Archer. No, we don't. Instead, we might see an Expo, though. Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see an Expo. Expo does come down with this one Evo Archer counter pushing. Log, Ice Spirit to defend, and that might be a mini Expo lock. Our new pair of Archers is probably going to be required right now. Actually, no, not required. And Knight gets a hit in the other side as well. So mini Expo lock in the left. Knight gets a hit in the right right now. We're watching from Jose's perspective. Tyton's on the top, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. And really good stuff, actually. Tyton's up a lot of Elixir right now. Can't really capitalize on it, unfortunately, because no Expo in Cycle. But damage is done. And I find it very interesting, guys. Tytoń is electing to go for these pre-Teslas, even though the opponent's playing LumberLoon. So, you know, usually you go Balloon in one lane. A center-placed Tesla will not kite that Balloon, but Tytoń doesn't really seem to mind. And will we see the trick here? We do, yes. So Fireball Log, guys, as you guys can see, it is a... That is like 3.5 Elixir, technically, for that lane of Recruits. And Fireball Log is 6, so that's like a minus 2.5. But you fully kill that side of Recruits, and you get a lot of tower damage. And look at this, exactly what I was saying, guys. Evo Skeles putting in work against the Recruits, defending everything. Amazing stuff. And these Evo Archers will help against the opposing Evo Archers. Perfect defense. Perfect utilization of those Evo Skeles as well. And Tytoń has quite a bit of damage now in terms of his lead, because he got a mini Expo lock at the start, and then he did that great Fireball Log play. We're not going to see the Fireball Log again, because he actually physically cannot do that right now. Might see a LumberLoon. How will Tytoń elect to defend this LumberLoon, though? Because Tesla's in the middle. Will he get back to another Tesla? That's possible. Arrows do get forced out. I like how Tyton's going Archers early, you know, forcing out the arrows to the point where the opponent has to go arrows before he can even go for the Balloon. Like, that's a really nice play. Second Tesla is back in business. And Evo Skeles for the LP, Knight for the other side. Perfect defense again. Tytoń does take a fair amount of damage, actually, but not enough to really make him concerned. He's still at a fairly comfortable lead right now. And now he's going for the pre-Teslas in the one lane, which is more of what I was expecting, you know. That's something that you usually do, where you pre-Tesla in one lane because they're playing Balloon, so that will cover one lane. If they go Expo, or if they go Balloon other lane, you go Expo to pull it over. That's usually how it goes. I think the reason Tyton's Expoing right now is because the opponent does not have Recruit in Cycle, and he has Evo Archers counter-pushing. Ooh, great play. Tesla to kite the Balloon, utilizing the center Expo placement, like, pretty rare. Tytoń always does these, like, crazy tricks that utilize a lot of, like, niche knowledge, like that placement right there. Like, who would do a play like that, man? But that was really nice. Might see another Fireball Log. No, we're not. Log is nowhere to be seen in Cycle, unfortunately. But still, I think this should be a pretty nice defense. Tytoń stacking Archers, again, very important play against Arrows decks. And the reason he's doing that in the other lane is to prevent the opponent from getting Arrows value in Tyton's weak side lane. That's pretty common sense, but still a very nice play that he's making. Log will come down. Oh, Archers will both go in the left lane for the opponent. Pretty bad for him, as that can be easily controlled. And then Evo Skeles going to town on this. Oh my god, they just full defend one side, honestly. Like, that's what they do. They literally fully defend one side. And Tytoń has really never been questioning his position in this game. Like, he's been winning the whole time. He's never really been concerned. Another pre-Tesla comes down. He has a pre-Tesla in both lanes, exactly what I was talking about. LumberLoon, last minute, might come down in this lane, but Tyton's already back to a third Tesla for this sequence. Crazy stuff, and that is going to be a good game. Perfect control. That's why I said this might be Xbow's matchup if you play it perfectly, because if you do, the opponent's going to be in a lot of trouble. Notice Tyton was going for a lot of center Teslas at first, and switch it up to single lane Teslas later on, so I really like that play. Amazing stuff. Alright guys, into this match against a... Is that a Chinese or a Japanese player? Let me get a closer look at the name. It is going to be a Chinese player, and he's playing Giant Sparky. So this is one of the few good matchups for Xbow, I'd say, because the opponent has snowball arrows, not fireball arrows, or, yeah, no, like, big spell, basically. So again, similar vein as the Recruits one, the biggest thing that I think Tyton can exploit in this match is the Evo Archers. They get so much value. And also the fact that the opponent doesn't... I mean, he has arrows, he has snowball, but I don't know if snowball is enough to full defend Evo Skeles, to be honest. Like, Evo Skeles on the other side, I guess the radius should be big enough to be able to fully defend, but I don't know for sure. Like, I think Evo Skeles can still go absolutely wild if left unchecked. And so I think what Tyton's going to be going for right now, like, I think, for example, Zap would be better than a snowball, because they're going to be moving around, but I don't really know. Anyways, though, I think Tyton's biggest thing here, and pretty much in every game, is going to be leaning on his Evos. I think, like, this double Evo selection of Archer's Tesla, or Archer's Skeles, rather, is going to be really crucial, and I think Tyton made the perfect choice here. Again, he really was the pioneer of this combination Xbow Cycle. I did not see anyone else doing this when double Evos were, like, announced with a double Evo tourney. I saw everyone, including myself, playing with Evo Knight Evo Archers. Like, that was my idea, because, you know, it seems better on paper. Like, Evo Knight is so good, right? Might as well. But instead, we're seeing Evo Archers, Evo Skeles, and great play here, guys. Xbow in the middle, recognizing the opponent's exact cycle that he has Barbs, and so he basically has to split the Barbs, and they're going to go like this, which means they're not going to go right in the Xbow. If Tyton went Xbow on one lane, he pretty much would have allowed him to stack Barbs all on top of the Xbow, but instead he goes Xbow in the middle, forcing them to walk the maximum distance, and as a result getting a mini Xbow connection for his efforts. So we're learning a lot of useful tricks by Tyton here. I'm low-key considering making a video of the tricks Tyton has done in this video. Like, one was cutting the monk out of range, one was at center Xbow. I'm sure there were more, I don't remember, but, like, honestly, there's always something to learn from this guy. He's just amazing. He has so much, like, deep knowledge of the game. So center Tesla, pretty standard play. Tyton's gonna get the lead because of that nice center Xbow play, and now defensive Xbow comes down. I think that's pretty safe and standard. We'll see a fireball on this giant plus Sparky plus tower. That's a pretty decent amount of value, so I think it's fine. Maybe we'll see a stacked Evo Archers, yeah, for these Barbs, makes sense. And he might have to go back to a new pair of, or a new fireball rather, for these Evo Bats, because Evo Bats are pretty problematic, to be honest. Skeles for the Sparky are required, and Archers are stacked. Okay, no fireball needed. Log needed for the Sparky, though. Hold up, that would get a hit otherwise. Yeah, very close, but he survives. And pretty nice defense, honestly, considering he basically fireballed the tower. Like, he did hit the Giant and the Sparky, but that was more of a spell cycle fireball than a value fireball, if you know what I mean. Like, he just wanted to get some tower damage. Knight comes down. Archer should come down right now. Yep, stacked. Again, always stacking against, even though the opponent has arrows, always stacking just to make sure that you force out arrows in the lane that you have more tower HP to give. And I like what Tyton did with the Evo Skeles there, and as you can see, they did fully defend that LP plus Guardian, and they also forced out the Snowball, which did not kill all of them, as I was saying. There were like 2 that survived. Of course, they just died on the other side of the map, but you know what I mean? Like, they just kind of die still. Or, they don't all die, rather. They don't all die. Center Tesla once more. No defensive expos for now. Just center Tesla after center Tesla. Kind of a nice play, I guess. I mean, I think it's a pretty fine balance to strike between when to go center Tesla, when to go defensive expo. But I guess Tyton does prefer Teslas more than expos, as we've seen, especially in that other Goblin Giant Sparky match as well. Evo Bats, this is a massive push. How will he defend this? Well, the answer is he's Tyton, so he just will. Evo Skeles are also in business, which are going to help kite these bats upwards. Great snowball by the opponent, actually. Evo Bats are very problematic. They force out a lot of response, especially for Expo, honestly. But Tyton defends just fine. And now we're into triple. I think he's totally comfortable. Like, I think this isn't like Tyton has a free matchup, but if he plays perfectly, I think he should win this, because with perfect defense, which is exactly what he's been doing right now, he should be able to just come out on top, and that's exactly what he is up to. So split Evo Archers, we should see a nice arrow snowball on the Expo plus Archer, if I had to guess. Maybe not, though. Great fireball. recognizing even if that's not the lane that the opponent wants, or recognizing rather, even though that's not the lane Tytoń wants a Fireball on, he's still going to take that value. And as you guys can see, nice interaction there. Fireball plus log plus another Fireball does kill a Sparky. We have a huge push to contend with on this side, but Evo Skeles coming out clutch, and then Evo Archers, and yeah, Tytoń should definitely be fine. Evo Bats come down. That's just a Tesla, I guess. Don't even need to Fireball. Now he can Fireball if he wants to be safe against the Bats. Yeah, he does. Oh no, he just Fireballs the tower. Actually, he had to Fireball tower because he had to get it on top last minute in the tiebreaker. And he won. That was just crazy defensive control. Like, no flashy plays except for that center Xbow and single. Just amazing defensive control the whole game by Tytoń. Love to see it. Another great win. Pretty much every win today is great, but that's just adding to the pile. Alright guys, into this match against this Korean player, I think. And, yeah, Korean player. Let me see if I can read this guy's name as well. It's going to be Goblin Giant Recruit. Such a toxic deck, man. Okay, it's going to be Grand 12. Okay, Grand 12, and then the last three characters are Sung E.G. Grand 12 Sung E.G. Okay, I don't know what exactly that means, but maybe it's like, maybe his name is Sung E.G. and Grand 12 is like, he likes winning Grand Challenges, I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the Korean knowledge. I have actually literally been learning it at an academic level. It's not been easy, but I can actually read Korean now, like, pretty well. I'm still struggling to, like, memorize vocabulary and also grammar rules and everything, but it's been really fun, actually, so... Yeah, nice that it's fun that now, like, in Clash Royale, I've noticed I can read Korean names and kind of infer what they mean. So, yeah, anyways, we are going to see recruits from the opponent right now, and he's already back to Evo recruits. Very problematic, actually. How will Tytoń defend this? Logs on all of those. Does he Fireball this? That's kind of wild if he does. Yeah, he does, but then what about the other side? Hold up. Skeletons come down. Xbow's helping out. No Ice Spirit for the minions. Does get a mini Xbow lock, but more damage, I'd say, come down from those recruits in the left. And more damage from those minions, too. I feel like he might have been better served going Ice Spirit on those minions, at least to get a slightly bigger connection. Or even, like, Ice Spirit for the left recruits, but either way. I guess Tytoń decided to do that. Not sure why exactly, but let's see how he comes back. I mean, Goblin Giant recruits is so toxic, man. I guess the one saving grace right now is that the opponent does not have an elixir pump. Like, that makes it X so toxic. Oh, Sparky the back, this is really huge. Tytoń goes Xbow, as you guys can see. Little important rule, and terrible mini P.E.K.K.A, actually. I think the only play there was, like, ignoring that and going late Goblin Giant or something. Because Knight will full defend the mini P.E.K.K.A, and now Tytoń just won, actually. Like, he literally just won the game. Great punish. So as you guys can see, when they go Sparky the back in this matchup, if you go Xbow opposite, they don't have enough for a Goblin Giant right away. Tytoń abusing and utilizing that to its fullest. And Evo Skeles come down. Opponent had to go for, like, a prediction arrows, but since he doesn't, that is essentially good game. Evo Bats come in as well. And that's not going to be any problem. He's just going to let them go, actually. Fireball number 1, again, as we saw in the last match against Giant Sparky. 2 Fireballs and a log does, in fact, kill a Sparky. So Tytoń's probably trying to lean on that interaction once more. We will see a log in the left, I'm pretty sure. Another Fireball maybe to kill everything. Yes, we do. So Sparky is gone, fully dealt with. Second Tesla should be in business soon. If he even needs it, though, he might just not. Yeah, he just goes for the Knight. Already back to a new pair of Evo Archers, and that is a great placement to utilize the power shot to its fullest. And that is going to be a good game, guys. Amazing defense and amazing punish in single against this guy. Sung E.G. Don't judge my pronunciation too much, please. But yeah, great win against a Korean player. That's going to be the second last replay of the video. Alright guys, and now we are heading into the final replay of the video. As you guys can see in the clan chat, Tytoń himself said GG's. He knows he's doing amazing. Mr. Tobar here. This is Goblin Giant recruits again, I think. But this match is a full match, not just the opponent messing up in single. And also, I think the last opponent did not have Little Prince. This guy does. That's obviously going to complicate things because LP, one of the best counters in the game. Against Xbow, of course, everyone knows that. So Ice Spirit not going to connect, unfortunately. But we can see a log just to clean up this LP and also clip that one Archer in a second here. And let's see. I think the opponent's going to make a recruits play. Yup, because log was just used. Amazing display of skill by the opponent here. Oh, one nice saving grace, though, is that the opponent does not have arrows. He actually has fireballs. So last guy had rage arrows. This guy has fireball arrows. I think both are honestly fine. Like, honestly, arrows, rage, isn't too bad, because Rage itself doesn't really do anything. I mean, it kills Evo Skeles, it helps pushes out, but it doesn't really do anything against the archers. Arrows by themselves, they help against normal archers, but they don't really do anything against Evo archers. You have to combine both against Evo archers for a -2 trade. And also the biggest thing about no big spell is that buildings get a lot more value when clumping stuff up. For example, Knight, Tesla, Xbow, all of those, like a fireball or a poison, get a lot of value against if they were clumped up together, but just arrows does not. So, and on the other hand, fireball does do the trick. You know, it does kill that clumped up type of defense like I was talking about. It does kill Evo archers, but it's a -1 against normal and Evo archers, and not having arrows, the cheaper alternative to normal archers, is nice. So I feel like both fireball and both versions, what I'm trying to say, like fireball rage, arrows rage, are manageable for X, but I think it's more problematic when they have both fireball and arrows. That's when it's the worst. But then you can really utilize the Evo Skeles at that point, because they don't have any small spells. Evo Skeles go wild. Like, for me, when I was getting my top 200 finish push, I was able to utilize Evo Skeles a lot against this giant Sparky player. So it really just comes down to that. Evo Skeles do come down, Rage is going to come down to match them, but as you guys can see, it does not clip all of them. I think the opponent tried to hit the tower as well. And nice Xbow to punish, because the opponent did overcommit quite a bit there. Should not be enough though, because double elixir is going to save the opponent right now. LP ability does come down. Will the Knight come down and block it? It does. Oh, great play. Fireball forced out here on the Xbow Knight and Evo Archer, but baby Xbow lock comes down. Honestly still counts, because that's going to be enough to put Tytoń in the damage lead. So you can't really complain, I guess. Like, going into a double elixir against a deck like this, I think you'd want a damage advantage, but if you're like even and up by like even 200, you can't really complain about that either. So opponent is saving these Evo archers. I don't know why. Stacked archers, very nice play by Tytoń, again recognizing the opponent has rage and fireball, no arrows, so stacked archers getting infinite value right there. Fireball log, very nice play on the LP. Was not expecting that myself actually, but that works out very well. And Goblin Giant should be fully defended. Maybe archers for good measure, yup. And also just cycling to the Evo archers by doing that too. Just, you know, these small details can really make a huge difference. A lot of stuff coming down with the opponent here. As the Evo recruits in cycle, has the Evo archers ready as well. How is Tytoń going to defend this? Well, the answer is with his own Evo archers as well. So Ice Spirit comes down, split Evo archers in the middle, and Evo Skeles going wild in the right. I missed that actually, but I think he split the Evo Skeles earlier. I honestly feel like this Xbow was a misplay though. Like, opponent still had a huge counter push in the other lane. And yeah, how's Tytoń going to survive this actually? Is he going to survive this? Hold up. Knight, he's going to have to take that LP in the other lane, have to log in the left. Skeles for that one archer. But this looks tough, dude. One archer hit in the right as well. Yeah, so Tytoń going to be in the damage deficit after being in the lead the whole game. I think the only misplay there was that offensive Xbow. Maybe he thought he was up more elixir than he was. But as you guys can see, any kind of Xbow has to be perfectly timed. I forgot to say this in the other Recruits LumberLoon match, but pretty much every offensive Xbow was quite literally perfectly timed. That one I felt was a little more desperate, but it's not too big of a deal, I guess. Rage gonna take out those Evo Skeles, but second Tesla's back. Missed log on everything, but I guess he did not expect everything to get cutted so easily. Knight will still do a pretty good job, although unfortunately one Goblin Giant hit comes down. Oh man, this is looking tough because Tytoń has to get back with fireballs, but he can't really fireball nothing right now. He does just fireball that, oh, thankfully hits the fisherman, okay. If he didn't hit the fisherman, that might have been game right there actually. But look at this massive push coming down in the other lane, guys. How can he stop this? Knight, second Tesla, but the LP Guardian as well. Okay, Knight's going to come down on top of the Guardian instead. Evo Skeles are going to come down and clutch at the last second. Archers, hold up, this is so tense. Okay, log, he takes one LP hit. Knight, Tesla's required to come down right now. He's still down, by the way. Like, opponent has to fireball rage on the tower. Oh, he fireballs a Tesla instead. Huge misplay, guys. I think the opponent just messed up, because if he fireballed on the tower, I think he would have won. But instead, elects to fireball on the Tesla, and that's going to make him lose the game, actually. Oh my god, that is so... Fireball barely doesn't come down. That is insane. And that is going to be it for the video, guys. That is the final match I have for you. So again, thank you so much to Tytoń for coming on the channel. Amazing performance by him. Can't believe what he did. If you guys don't know him already, feel free to give him a Twitter follow. He's absolutely crazy. One of the best 3.0 Cycle players of all time and in the game right now. Just performing amazing. Top 50 back-to-back global tournament finishes is wild. And very proud of him again for the achievement, and very happy I was able to get his gameplay on the channel to share with you guys. So that's about it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.